Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates.
The camera is an extension of you. In a fraction of a second, you capture the world as only you can see. Unique, like a snowflake, etched by light alone. Your frame, your power. Beyond language, beyond borders, beyond time. You hold the power to inspire, to break hearts, to spark action. Life writes no script. And those one in a million moments come only to those who show up again and again and again. This is how you change the world, one moment at a time. Your perspective, your power.
Your Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Your Highness Sheikh Shamma bin Sultan bin Khalifa Al Nahyan, Your Excellencies, our esteemed guests, we are delighted to welcome you to the 14th season of the Hamdan bin Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum International Photography Awards, HIPA. Under the guidance of our esteemed patron and passionate photographer, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, the theme for this year's awards ceremony is power. Power instantly evokes visions of force. However, true power is so much more than that. This theme celebrates empowerment, the knowledge that your unique way of seeing the world is powerful, a force that shapes perspective, ignites curiosity, and also builds community. We remain grateful for the vision of our patron, the diligent work of our trustees, and also the talent and passion of our photographers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage HIPA Secretary General, His Excellency Ali Khalifa bin Thalith.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سمو الشيخ منصور بن محمد بن راشد المكتوم رئيس اللجنة الوطنية، أصحاب السمو والمعالي، حضورنا الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نحتفل معكم اليوم بالدورة الرابعة عشر للجائزة، والتي كانت تحت عنوان القوة، وهي من أقدم مصادر الفخر والاعتزاز ومن أشهر الأمنيات البشرية الشائعة. القوة هي محرك التغيير والتحول، وقد تكون مصدراً للإلهام أو الخوف. في هذه الدورة استقبلت هيبا عدد 87 ألف صورة من خلال 50 ألف مصور. لقد وصلت هيبا لجميع دول العالم بعد أن نشرت ثقافة الصورة وارتقت بشأنها واطمأنت لمكانتها في المجتمع. نجحت هيبا في بناء المصور الإماراتي حتى أصبحت العالمية بالنسبة له مشروعاً اعتيادياً. حافظت على كونها رقماً عالمياً صعباً في تكريم الفنون البصرية وتعزيز الوعي العالمي بدور الصورة في لفت النظر للقضايا الكبرى. ماذا بعد الوصول للقمة؟ أن نتحدى أنفسنا وأن نصنع قمماً أصعب، امتثالاً لرؤية سمو ولي عهد دبي راعي هذه الجائزة، الذي يهوى التحدي ويعتبره تمريناً على التفوق وكسر المستحيلات. السيدات والسادة، جميعنا يعرف القوة، لكن اختبارها فوتوغرافياً أمر آخر. أدعوكم لمشاركتنا الدهشة مع الأعمال الفائزة في هذه الجائزة، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's first category is the general category, divided into color and black and white. Color, composition, and contrast are the basic tools of photography, yet they are powerful tools in the hands of an artist. And tonight we celebrate photographers who wield them with supreme skill, whether in vivid, raw color or dramatic black and white. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's first judge has earned international acclaim with features in major outlets such as CNN, BBC, National Geographic, Forbes, and The Guardian. A specialist photographer of harsh and remote landscapes, he is driven by a desire to share the vivid atmosphere and uncommon emotion of the unique beauty found in the wilderness. Please welcome to the stage, Philippe Herabenda. And here to present the awards for the general category, please welcome to the stage Her Highness Sheikh Hashem bin Sultan bin Khalifa Al Nahyan, President and CEO of Frontier 25.
For a mesmerizing portrayal of the harsh, striking, and unblinking beauty of a winter lake, third place in the color category goes to Marcin Giba.
Above Rybnik in Poland, a drone captures a frozen lake whose icy surface forms a striking prophet's eye. Within the lake, unique patterns emerge. This fleeting beauty hints at a childhood frost now fading, yet still whispers of fleeting elegance against a stark white expanse.
For a photo which captures the deadly elegance and raw strength of the peregrine falcon in flight, second place in the color category goes to Jack Zai.
On a cliff in the wild, the peregrine falcons defend their nest from larger pelicans. The fastest birds on Earth dive bomb intruders with speed and agility, occasionally striking with fierce attacks. Though the pelicans pose no threat, the falcons' relentless protective instincts ensure safety for their offspring.
Concluding this category is a photograph which truly captures the majestic elegance and beauty of the elusive jaguar. First place goes to Kerin Eigner.
A majestic jaguar prowls through a clay lick in the Amazon depths, its paws leaving imprints on the mossy bank. The jaguar's coat gleams against the rocks and rippling water. Its gaze commands awe, a rare appearance before it slips back into the forest.
And now, for the black and white category. Here, a true command of shape and contrast. Billowing dunes dwarfing a lone camel herder. Third place goes to Yosef bin Shakar al-Zaabi.
As the sun begins to bow toward the horizon, a moment unlike any other is born. A camel herder walks calmly across the sands, part of the eternal landscape. This silent story is told through light and shadow, between earth and sky.
For an unforgettable and dramatic photograph which captures the strength and resilience of the African elephant, second place goes to Chris Fellows.
A matriarch leads her family, her long tusks gleaming, calves trailing close behind. The grasslands stretch wide, with a faint haze on the horizon. Having survived a poacher's snare and a hunter's gun before, will her family be able to survive a changing climate as well?
And finally, an image which captures the power, the light, and the movement of water in motion. First place goes to Ted Grimbo.
On a Pacific reef, a massive swell surges, its waves crashing with unrelenting force. Spray erupts upward, curling in wild arcs before collapsing into the churning sea. The ocean's raw power is vividly displayed through this magnificent wave, a dream for surfers and a captivating subject for photographers.
Thank you, Your Highness. Content is king, and this year's recipient of the Photography Content Creator Award truly embodies that spirit. An award that honors editors, publishers, educators, and content creators. Mark Smith's creativity and storytelling has redefined how audiences connect with the world around them. Through his use of ultra-slow motion videography, he has brought us closer to nature's beauty, power, and grace. With more than 2 billion video views, Mark's work and his unmistakable voice have become among the most recognized in the world of avian storytelling.
This is a nesting colony of white ibis. I've never seen this many before.
next category is an exciting return to this year's awards, celebrating technology that has empowered photographers to let us see the world through a new perspective, drone video. Our next judge has earned numerous international awards and has been exhibited by several renowned institutions. With a deep passion for nature, he sees photography as both an art form and a tool for activism. He won the grand prize at the prestigious Siena Drone Awards, and his photographs have appeared in several books and in major outlets including National Geographic, GEO Magazine, The Guardian, BBC News, Vanity Fair, Paris Match, and France TV. Please welcome to the stage Armand Sarlong. And here to present the awards to our winners, please welcome to the stage Minister of Federal National Council Affairs and Chairman of the HIPA Board of Trustees, His Excellency Abdurrahman bin Mohammed Al-Awais.
For a wonderful journey from wilderness to civilization, from the deep of the forest to the height of the skyscrapers, The third place goes to Shanta Kumar Nahendran.
A journey from untouched forests and snowy peaks to sprawling skylines. The aerial narrative spans villages to space, weaving 7 years of landscapes into a story of progress and growth. Above the clouds, Earth's fragility shines, a sky-high reflection of growth and belonging.
For a sublime tapestry of humanity's many homes and homelands, the second place goes to Chrysander Bergan.
A drone sweeps from Africa's tribal gatherings to Svalbard's abandoned cities, contrasting power and silence. The aerial footage captures real moments across the world. This global quilt, stitched from above, reflects a shared planet, inviting awe at nature and humanity's intertwined stories.
And finally, for a truly awe-inspiring glimpse at the majesty, wonder, and profound power of a volcanic eruption, a third-time HIPA winner, first place goes to Karim Ilya.
Above Iceland's Fagradalsfjall volcano, glowing lava spews in violent bursts, reshaping the nearby landscape. These mythical forces embody creation and destruction, birthing empires while reshaping terrain, fueling life as Earth's lifeblood.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Introduced last year, the HIPA Photographer of the Year Awards honors a photographer whose achievement over the past year reflect creativity and artistic vision. This year's recipient, Salim Sultan Al-Agri, is an Omani photographer celebrated for his powerful storytelling that preserve and showcase Omani and Arab cultural heritage. Through projects such as We Are Oman and his workshops documenting traditional Arab customs, Salim captured the region's rich tradition with imagery that beautifully bridge past with present.
أبشرك بأنك فزت بجائزة مصور هذا العام لجائزة الشيخ حمدان بن محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم. هبة مبروك.
من قال لك؟ لا من قال لك؟ مبروك. في عام 2014 اقتنيت أول كاميرا احترافية. بحكم وجود الكثبان الرملية وأيضاً توافر الموديلات في ولاية بدية، كانت التجربة الأولى في إقامة أول ورشة فوتوغرافية وخصصناها للمصورات العمانيات. كانت تجربة فريدة وناجحة وثرية بكل المقاييس. نجحنا في تحدي الصعب. بدأنا في نشر الإعلان عن الورشة القادمة. أكثر من 56 مصوراً من مختلف مناطق السلطنة. المصورون كانوا متعطشون لاقتناء صور جديدة عن الصحراء والتراث العماني من موقع الحدث. وصل عدد المصورين تقريباً أكثر من 2000 مصور لجميع الورش، وعدد الورش 17 ورشة، وأيضاً ورش التمثيل. تنوعت المواضيع بين توثيق التراث العماني سواء داخل القلاع أو وسط الصحراء أو على السواحل العمانية. طبعاً أهدي هذا الإنجاز لوالدتي، فهي أكبر داعم لنا. لا بعدين أنا ما مستوى.
The next category of the evening is the Portfolio Storytelling category. Here's photographers showcase their ability to capture not only the essence of a moment, but also the depth and diversity of perspective that unfolds across a series of images. Through their portfolios, they compose symphonies of sight and light, interweaving themes and emotions that transcend any single frame. Ladies and gentlemen, our next judge is a photographer and promoter of Afrofuturism through her work, and the first African woman to create the Nobel Peace Prize exhibition. A founder of the Addis Photo Fest and the African Photo Fair, her work is in the permanent collection in MoMA, the Smithsonian's National Museum of African Arts, the RISD Museum, and many others. As an educator and cultural entrepreneur, she continues to develop projects with local and international institutions in Africa. Please welcome to the stage Aida Mulune. And to present the prize for this category, please welcome His Excellency Sheikh Salim bin Khalid Al-Qasmi, Minister of Culture.
For an amazing series of macroscopic images of mesmerizing insects' wings, third place goes to Amar Aisaid Ahmed.
Under magnification, insect wings reveal a hidden universe. Captured with precision and patience, each delicate wing becomes a spectacle of light, color, and geometry, offering a glimpse into the remarkable adaptations that allow these creatures to thrive.
For a marvelous exploration of Utah's majestic and magnificent landscapes, second place goes to Marek Begalski.
Utah's expansive deserts and serene canyons offer a great canvas for nature's artistry. The light transforms these terrains, revealing a spectrum of contrast, from soft, pale hues to bold, saturated tones. It doesn't just illuminate the scenery, it brings it to life.
Finally, for a touching and empathetic documentation of the heartbreaking plight of the Palestinian people, first place goes to Ali Jadallah. Unfortunately, Ali can't be here tonight to accept on his behalf is his wife, Doa El Sawi.
For 2 years, the Gaza Strip has been engulfed by destruction. Yet, during the sacred month of Ramadan, they choose life. Breaking their fast amidst the rubble, they hold on to a dream when homes are rebuilt and loved ones are reunited again.
Thank you, Your Highness. It's an honor to introduce one of the most inspiring categories of the evening, the Photography Appreciation Award. This year, we celebrate Rick Smolin, whose work exemplifies excellence, innovation, and a profound ability to tell the human story through the art of photography. From a day-in-a-life series to a human face of big data, his projects have changed the way we see the world. A #1 New York Times best-selling author, a former photojournalist for Time, Life, and National Geographic, Rick continues to inspire and through his vision of storytelling.
At the end of a project like this, I think you have to ask yourself, was it worth all the work and all the time and sweat and worry that you put into it?
is from New York Times #1 best-selling authors Rick Smolin. Please welcome Rick Smolin to the show. Welcome.
And joining us now from the 24 Hours in Cyberspace Control Center is the project director, Rick Smolin.
Cyberspace is a place between my computer and your computer, and something happens in between. And it's something that I think is starting to change society in very dramatic ways. And that's what we've asked our photographers to try to capture over the next 24 hours. So we thought it'd be really interesting to invite Americans in the course of a week, every day, to focus on a different aspect of home.
The photo book they are making will be called A Day in the Life of Japan.
You never got a sense of the human beings here that make these machines, that live here. All you heard about was these incredibly efficient robots.
I was given an assignment by Time magazine in 1977 to go to the outback of Australia. Tracks has now been published in 18 languages. It's sold over 1 million copies.
And it's now been turned into a film which opens in Australia on Thursday.
It's very surreal to see something that was such a big part of your life on the silver screen.
Find your light a little bit? That's great.
Like a lot of photographers and a lot of journalists, I always hoped that when my pictures were published, they might actually have an effect on a situation instead of just documenting it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next category is a returning fan favorite, the sports category. Photographers in this category work diligently for years, mastering their art and culminating in a moment of pure craftsmanship and wonder. Like the athletes whose journeys, triumphs, and defeats they document, they dedicate their lives to capturing the perfect moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back to the stage Armand Sarlong. And here to present the award is His Excellency Mohammed Ahmed Al-Mar, Chairman of the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Library Foundation.
For capturing a dynamic and dramatic instant of strength and coordination, the third place goes to Masatoshi Ujihara.
Two cyclists clasp hands one propelling the other with explosive force. This impressive spectacle involves riders solely relying on their leg strength as they hold hands and push each other forward to accelerate, overwhelming the other teams and cutting through the air.
For a picture which encapsulates the incredible strength and agility of the human body, second place goes to Lassi Pereni.
Darja Varfolomiev of Germany soars to gold in rhythmic gymnastics. Her split leap defying gravity with a black ball perfectly poised above. This moment freezes her triumph, a breathtaking fusion of strength and artistry that crowned her Olympic championship.
And finally, for the portrayal of the heights of well-earned triumph and the lows of tragic defeats, the first place goes to Vladimir Tadic.
A referee grips the wrists of two teenage boxers. As the referee raises the victor's arm, she jumps for joy and pride. Beside her, her opponent is overwhelmed by disappointment. In that contrast between joy and sorrow lies the essence of competitive sport.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the final event of the evening, the Power category at the Grand Prize. The photographs in this category exemplify many forms of power, from the sublime forces of the cosmos to the inspirational power of human community. Most of all, they exemplify the power of the artist, him or herself. Let us take a moment to marvel at the power of these works of art. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Aida Moulounet. And here to present the special awards and the prizes of the power category, His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, President of the National Olympic Committee.
Receiving the Photography Content Creator Award, Mark Smith. And receiving the HIPA Photographer of the Year Award, Salim Sultan Al-Hajri. Finally, receiving the Photography Appreciation Award, Rick Smolin. It is now time for the winners of the Power category. For a stunning glimpse at the drama of the Antarctic depths, third place goes to Scott Portelli.
A raft of penguins creates a vortex of air bubbles that are released from their feathers as they propel themselves towards the Antarctic depths. Bubbles act as a coat around the penguins, allowing them to reach speeds of over 20 kilometers per hour underwater, making them the fastest of any diving bird.
For a marvelous portrayal of the incomparable power of the sun, second place goes to Deepak Singh Dogra.
The sun powers all the processes that keep our planet alive, and just 1 hour of sunlight can meet all of Earth's electricity needs for a year. It is the ultimate source of energy, massive, continuous, and overwhelmingly powerful.
For a testimony to the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity, first place in the power category goes to Hashim Dardora.
Amidst the rubble of airstrikes, 14-year-old Khalid is rescued by the Syria Civil Defense. As warplanes continue to circle above, rescue teams work carefully to reduce the chance of collapse, and despite his injuries, Khalid manages a faint smile that signifies he is responsive and defiant.
finally, the culmination of tonight's ceremony, the grand prize. For a breathtaking study of the profound majesty of nature's awesome might, the grand prize goes to Gianluca Gianferrari.
Sicily's Etna volcano erupts with fiery lapilli, dancing in the night sky against the stillness of freshly fallen snow, creating a striking contrast of ice and fire, a testament to the unpredictable beauty of nature, where destructive power merges with serenity in a fleeting embrace.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite the Board of Trustees to the stage for a group photo. Thank you to our dear Board of Trustees. And now we would also like to invite our winners to join us on stage for a group picture. Congratulations, winners. Very well deserved. Congratulations. Congratulations. We'd now like to invite you to return to your seats. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. And at this moment, we would also like to invite the HIPA staff to please join us on stage for a group photo. Your Highness. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of HIPA, we thank you all for joining us tonight. And once again, thank you and congratulations to all our winners and our finalists. We wish to remind our guests that you can present your seating card at reception for a complimentary copy of the latest HIPA book. Thank you and good night.